Hello and good morning. It's Wednesday, I think something like the 21st maybe?
Turn right, Kirby
21st.
Road, then go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, B5380.
So this is going to be a bit out of sync with everything else. All the videos you're currently watching are old videos from before Her Majesty died. And as a sign of respect, I didn't post anything. But I didn't want to just dump the footage, so I carried on with it.
After 200 feet, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, B5380.
So I've had a few days off from recording, just purely and simply to catch up, and I had all last week, and I've got to be honest, last week was, well, last week for me, I think I was in a state of shock, to be honest with you.
After 300 feet, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, M1, towards London, then take the motorway. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, then take the motorway.
It affected me badly. Hearing the news, and then the 10 days of mourning. I'm still not 100% right now. I mean, the day of the funeral, Monday, I was in pieces, and I didn't expect to be like that. I thought I might be, you know, a bit emotional, but I was a wreck. I was absolutely wrecked. Never felt like that in my life.
Towards the South London for 34 miles.
And it was a gorgeous Kira that sort of put me straight, really, and told me that, because I couldn't understand why I couldn't sort of get a grip of myself, you know. Now I've got to be careful that I don't start welling up now, because it's very difficult. I'm still raw. I just. I've told the story a couple of times, but for those of you that either haven't heard it or you're new to the channel and you just haven't heard it, is that I joined the army at the tender age of, well, I had my 16th birthday and I was still 15 when I actually joined up war service. I was one of the youngest there. There was one other guy, Dave, who I'm still in touch with now. He was younger than me. But before I joined up, I'm not sure that I need to go through the whole story, but anyway, well, maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. Right, so since the age of 7, I played the cornet in the town band, and yeah, I got pretty good at it. And I wanted to be a musician in the army, so I went for an audition at Royston with the combined band of the Royal Fusiliers, Royal Anglians, and the Queen's Regiment. And I was 15, and I went for the audition. I spent 2 days with them. Absolutely brilliant. Scared the life out of me, but it was brilliant. Played with the band and then had to do a solo piece. Whilst everyone watched and listened, which was absolutely nerve-wracking. And they turned around to me, and they turned around to me at the end of the audition and said, yeah, we'll take you. We'll take you. So I was cock-a-hoop. Do you know what I mean? I was in absolute heaven. So I get back to the careers office, and I go out there, and they said, yeah, you've been accepted. All you need to do is keep up your standards, and as soon as you turn 18, you're in. And I went, 18? He went, yeah, 18. So that's 2 years away. So I was still 15 at the time. It's just over 2 years away. And the guy was, it was a sergeant. I can't remember whether he was a sergeant or a staff sergeant. I think he was a staff sergeant. And he was Scots Guards. And he was a mountain of a man. And he said to me, he said, well, what's the problem, son? What's the problem? Well, what's fucking going on here? He said, what's the problem? He said, I said, I wanted to join now. And he started looking through my paperwork, and he said, is everything all right at home? And I went, and there's a bit of a pause. So I wanted to leave home. I never had a bad home life, but I never felt like I had a good one. Do you know what I mean? You know, difficult for me to explain how without going into further detail again. So anyway, this bit might clear up. So anyway, he's reading through my paperwork that my mum had, signed and sorted out. I never read it. I never got to look at it. And he said, how often do you see your dad? My dad? I said, yeah. He said, yeah. How often do you see him? I said, I see him every night. He said, every night? I said, yeah, every night. We all sit down to tea together. Your dad? I said, yeah, your dad, my dad. He says, no, your real dad. And I went, and he obviously looked like, the look on my face went, my real dad? He went, yeah, Gordon Davidson. And I said, I don't know who you talk about. And he said, you didn't know that, did you? He says, you didn't know that, did you? I said, no, I didn't know. And that was the first time I'd heard his name. That was the very first time I'd heard his name. And he said, you didn't know that, did you, son? Alright, no. He says, right. He says, you want to leave home? Yeah. He says, right, don't worry, son. And he kept calling me son. He says, don't worry, son. The army's your family now. And he looked through and he said, you got, your stepdad was in the Royal Signals, wasn't he? He says, yeah, he was. He says, well, we've got vacancies in the Royal Signals. You could join now. And then if you wanted to, when you're 18, you could transfer back into the band because that slot is open to you. And I went, and I thought about it for all of 30 seconds and I went, yeah, do it. I want to do that. So at that stage I thought, well, I can join the band at a later date, but at least I'm joining the, I hadn't thought about the Royal Signals, but yeah, why not? Got me out of the house, didn't it? But his words were, don't worry, son, the army's your family now. And I've never ever forgotten those words. And at the time they resonated with me, they stuck in my mind, and they always have done. But at the time I never thought too much about them, but for some reason they stayed stuck in my head. And you know what? He was fucking right. The army's been the best family I've ever had. It's been an amazing family. And I think as a result of that, and as the army being my family, and Her Majesty is the boss, affectionately known as the boss, and she's the head of the armed forces. And we swear an oath of allegiance. And she's head of the family. She's head of my family. And that's why it's hit me so hard, I think. That's why I'm struggling with it. Still, you know, it's over a week ago. You know, but the funeral's only just gone, so emotions are raw. I tell you, it's like nothing else I've ever experienced before in my life. We went to watch the funeral down at gorgeous Kira's mum's, down at Doris's, and oh my word. Oh dear. Doris managed to talk all the way through the 2-minute silence. All the way through it. Nobody had the heart to tell her to shut up. So she just rabbited all the way through and wondered why no one was talking to her. And there was younger members of the family there, and they just didn't, I don't think they got any of it really. Each to their own. But I was asked a very important question. I'm agnostic. I'm not an atheist, and I'm not a true believer. I sit in the middle. I'm on the fence. And the reason I'm on the fence is, well, I'm pretty certain that everything's fabricated, like the Bible and all that lot is all made up. You know, I'm fairly certain of it. But this is where the but comes in. You know, could be wrong. Could be wrong. So until it's proven one way or the other, jury's out. No verdict. How can you possibly? How can I possibly? That's me. So, you know, each to their own. I was asked a very important question by Doris, and she asked me, because she is a Christian, and she asked me, she said, how do you cope with the fact, or get on with the fact, or deal with the fact that the Queen was a very religious head of the Church of England, or church in the United Kingdom? She's head of the church. And how do you cope with the fact that she is and you're not? I said, well, that's very simple. The Queen had a belief that everybody was equal. And that's why, if you look closely, and it just so happened that they were in the church, and they were showing that, and then we'd just seen previous to that, that they were talking about it, and I think that's what sparked the question, was the fact that there was representation from all faiths, whether it was Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims, Jews, Orthodox Russians, Buddhists. They were all there. They were all there, and the Queen was very, very open to all religions. Yes, she was head of the church, the church in the United Kingdom, and the Catholics. Sorry, forgot the Catholics. Forgot the left footers. And you know, she was very, very open to all religions. And really, that's what a Christian should be, shouldn't it? How can you judge? You don't judge other people. Isn't that one of the commandments or something? Sometimes I wonder, being agnostic and a non-Christian, I'm actually more Christian than most Christians, believe it or not. Because I try not to judge. It's a strange old world we live in, isn't it? A fucking strange old world. Where you can have someone who's non-Christian, could be more have Christian beliefs than a Christian. Fucking amazes me. Amazing, isn't it? So, I said, yeah. And of course, she had no comeback on that. She wasn't trying to catch me out on nothing. She was just interested as to how I... But I nailed it on that one. And the Queen was very tolerant. Not tolerant, just open-minded. And accepting. And I think that's what society lacks. It's open-mindedness and accepting of others around us. And if you want to be different, that's fine. But don't ram your difference down my throat. If you're different, you can be whatever you like. You can be whatever gender, whatever colour, whatever faith you want. But unless you're fighting some mad oppression, which in this country, you're really not. Because we're a fairly open society. If you're in North Korea, fair enough, but we ain't. So we're fairly open and tolerant on the whole society. So, you don't need to chat it from the rafters. We need to work on some of the areas, granted. But we're a fairly tolerant society. I overtook him because he was slowing me down, Mr. Taylor. I know, he's fucking slowing me down again now. So, yeah, that's the state of play. We've got videos going on now until the 1st or 2nd of October. Does this one need to come off? No, it's not yet. I was only joking, 20. Yeah, so bear with me. I'll probably just fire this one up at the weekend. I might record a few more bits, but I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I started this morning. My card went in at 10 to 1 this morning. I really should have paid more attention at school. Would have ended up being a thick fucking truck driver, going to work at 10 to 1 in the morning. Well, starting work, I was up at past midnight. After only having 9 hours off and working a 14-hour day previous. So yeah, study hard at school, kids, if you're watching this. Do you know, if I had my time again, I don't know if I'd change much, to be honest with you. If you change things, I wouldn't have met the gorgeous Kira, would I? And she's the love of my life. So yeah, she's the star that guides me. So yeah, I started at 10 to 1 this morning. I was on the docks for just after 1 o'clock. Box on. I previously got my box off the night before. Then I was on the road and I was up. I've just tipped just north of Leicester. Don't mention the cricket. I've been there before. I couldn't remember being there, but I have been there before. It's a quick tip. Considering they had to manhandle everything out the back, it was boxes and wasn't palletised, and they'd done in 40 minutes, something like that. It didn't take long. In fact, it didn't take long at all. No, about 30, half an hour. They really don't mess around, those boys. And yeah, it's 7:10 now, and I'm heading back down the road. So I should be on the quay for something like 11 o'clock. Who knows where, or what will happen after that. So anyway, like I say, this is a bit of an update really as to what's been happening. And like I said, the 10 days in between me hearing that news, and it totally ruined me. Yeah, it's and for those of you that are, anyone else who's suffering out there, it's well, not suffering. Suffering isn't the right word, is it? Really, it's grieving. Simple as that. Some people might say, "Oh, how can you grieve for someone that you didn't really know?" Well, this may sound a bit old-fashioned, but I pledged an oath of allegiance, and in my book, that counts for an awful lot. I mean, my oath of allegiance was to the Queen and to her heirs and successors, so it passes straight on to King Charles. Oath still stands, doesn't change, doesn't waver. My beliefs are still the same. Swiss plates, I think. Looks heavy. Not waffling, talking shite, like I normally do. So I'm hoping to, over the next couple of days, to sort of, get back into it, get back into being a bit more with it really. And it's going to take a while. But we now have the coronation to think about and to look forward to and to celebrate, and rejoice in the fact that he's, as somebody said, he's probably served the longest apprenticeship ever. I don't know who said that, but it's It's pretty true, isn't it? I mean, he's he's well versed, you know. It's not like he needs any more training. He's not. When the Queen took over, she was 25 and fresh-faced, and you know, didn't really have a clue. You know, there was nothing that she could gauge. There wasn't a great deal that she could gauge on. You know, prior to that it was the war years, and you know, heads down and carry on sort of thing. But and she had a taste for, you know, a taste for it. You know, she pledged her life as a servant to her country when she was 21. You know, so it's you know, but King Charles, he's the man. He's the man. And I look forward to him what's the word I'm looking for? I look forward to him looking after us. Right, change of subject whilst I'm here, unless they've cleaned it all up, but look at the amount of shit along this side of the road here. Look at it. Look at that, look.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, M1.
How
towards
shocking
Northampton,
is that?
then take the motorway.
Dirty, dirty bastards. Should be ashamed of themselves, whoever chucks all that like that. Nearly could have gone. It's that time of day, isn't it? You know, I'm normally going up the road in this, but I'm actually stuck in hitting rush hour traffic. Oh, pain in the ass. Oh yeah, you just cut on through, why don't you? Oh, you pull out in front of me. You know. Anyone else can have a go? No. He's going to come up on the inside of me now. Is there anyone going to come up on the inside of me now? No, he's holding back. Not coming across.
Keep left.
Keep left. No bears at the moment.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A428.
So this is Durft.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
And that stands for Daventry International Rail Freight Transport. Durft. Steady Eddie in front of us.
700 feet, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A5, towards Kilsby.
Come on, go left,
Go
steady.
left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
No, he's going ahead. He's got a tug on the front, so going into Tesco's. I'm gonna crack on down the road now. So yeah, just I'll say little update. It's gone on for fucking ages, isn't it? Like I normally do. A big update then. So you might get a double bubble one day. I'll probably end up putting these both up at the weekend. I'll probably put this up at the weekend. So like I say, I mean the videos that you're seeing are sort of all from prior to Her Majesty dying, and so that's why everything's it's all a bit out of sequence, you know. So bear with it, and I'll start recording again over the next couple of days, I suspect, maybe even later today. I don't know. See how I feel. Like I say, not 100%.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A5, towards Toaster.
And we'll see where we go from there. But there is a video a day now, all the way right through to at least the beginning of the next month, and we'll keep going, and we'll see where the journey takes us. We'll see where the journey takes us. In the meantime, thank you very much. Thanks for bearing with me.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A5, towards Toaster.
I hope you all understand why I had a 10-day period of not putting any videos up. And
A5 towards Milton Keynes for 8 miles.
oh, that was one more thing. Otherwise I'll forget it. Someone asked, the weekend, on Monday, as to did you not want to go up and join the queue, pay your respects? And I've been asked a couple of times, and I've had little time to think about it now as to what I immediately I said no, not really. And then I had time, I gave myself time to think about why I didn't want to do that. Well, not want, it's just I didn't feel the need to do it. And I think some people feel the need to pay their respects differently. Everybody's different. And if that's your thing, that's what you want to do, then crack on. I don't have a problem with it at all. And in fact, I applaud it for standing in the queue for 12 plus hours. That's something else, and that's amazing. It's an amazing thing to do. And you should be for those that have done it, all need to be very proud of themselves for doing it. Me personally, I feel, and this almost sounds, I was talking to the gorgeous Kira about it, and it almost makes you feel like you're a little bit big-headed, but it's not.
Slow traffic
And I hope
43, traffic jam ahead between Buckingham Road, 2 minutes delay.
And I hope that this doesn't come across by what I'm about to say. But in my eyes, and in my opinion, I don't think there's any greater way of showing your respect than taking an oath of allegiance to your Queen and country, which effectively is signing your life away. I would lay down my life. Again, it sounds really old-fashioned. Lay down my life for my Queen and country. And I don't think there's any higher way of showing your respect for one sovereign than to do that. So it's not that I've already paid my respects, and I continue to do that each and every single day that I'm drawing breath, because my oath still stands. And so I didn't need to go to London at all. Yeah, if the gorgeous Kira had turned around and said, I'd really like to go, I'd have accompanied her. I'd have a problem with that. I'd have a problem with going. But for me to actually, because you know we did discuss it, and she said no, that's fine. She said I don't, you know, it's not something that she felt the need to do. I respect that. We went to the proclamation at Romsey and then signed the book of condolence at Romsey Abbey. Yeah, my respect is paid every day. And that sort of, for me, outweighs the need to go to London. Plus the fact I fucking detest the place. The times that I go to London, I just can't wait to leave. You know, I enjoy my time while I'm there, but as soon as it's like, right, let's get out of here now. We've done what we've come to do, we've had a good time, let's get out. I need to see some fields. So yeah, anyway, I think that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll add it in, add it on, talk about it again. And I'm sure I'll end up repeating myself anyway, because I tend to do that on a regular basis. So I hope everyone else has fared well through these historic times. And if you're not feeling yourself, then you're not alone. You're in good company. And it's like a couple of people have already said, and you know, it brings back the grieving for members of their own family. I think the Queen, she's interwoven into every fabric of our life, from the money we use to the stamps we use. Just there's a constant reminder all the time. And because she's been around for so long, it's deeply ingrained in our psyche, in our DNA, if you like, almost. So you know, it's like it's subliminal, isn't it? You know, it's just. It's going to get some, you know, it's going to take some time to get used to using, like, King Charles, isn't it, though? Loon. Somebody else coming up. This road certainly has its fair share of maniacs. So yeah, as you can tell, I'll say I'm not 100%. I'm far from it. Whatever you do, don't show me that clip of Paddington Bear with her. Oh my word. I mean, I cried at Paddington Bear the film, let alone put the Queen in the mix. Or the Lone Piper. Don't let me see that. That tips me over the edge every time. Pictures of people crying. Oh, I can't cope with that either. You know, I've tried to refrain from looking at any social media over the last sort of 10 days. I've sort of kept it fairly limited, reasonably. But you can't help yourself, can you? You know, you just scroll through, you see, and it's like, oh, jeez.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A5, Wilton Road. No traffic on A43. Traffic jam ahead between Northampton Road and Buckingham Road. 3 minutes delay.
But then those coffin bearer lads do a grand job.
Cross the
My
roundabout
word.
and take the second exit.
What a job to have to do. And to do it absolutely flawlessly. Perfect in every respect.
Follow A5, Roman Road, towards Milton Keynes for 7.5 miles.
Yeah, that was something else. Absolutely something else. I think I saw somebody put a post up and they said man, those lads, man, they never have to buy a pint again. And that should be a thing. That should be a thing. Oh yeah, just do that then. Left-hand lanes for going left only. And he overtakes me on that side. Right, stay with me. I'll tell you when we get down to the next, when we hit the roundabout, just stay with me, because this road is full of fuckwittery, and I've got loons behind me that are just, I know, are going to try and overtake me right in the last minute, and potentially dangerous situations. So bear with me. We might see something. We might see some exceptional fuckwittery. I can feel it. There we go. Here's the first one. Yeah, you've got to hit the brakes hard now, haven't you? So that's number one. Let's see how many go by me now. We'll leave it to the last minute to go by me. When are you going to chance it? Oh, somebody's coming right from the back. Is he going to make it? 2 now. Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to keep going? No. He had to hit the anchors. It's another guy. But he had to chop in front of someone else. another stretch coming up. He's going to go for it. He's already itching to get by me. He's over the white line and there's a truck coming towards him. Oh my word. Get ready. I think there'll only be the one overtaking me, which is this idiot behind me. So close to my rear bumper. Opportunity to go now. There he goes. No one else is going to attempt it, which is good. Now that van there was parked there this morning with his lights on, just like that, the same spot. No idea why. A lot of roadworks on the way up this morning. A34 was shut. I had to go through. Fucking idiot. Big truck hurtling down towards you. Oh no, I'll pull out in front of it. And yeah, he sort of had time. I had to cover the. Well, I did nudge the brake a little bit. People like that end up not killing themselves but killing somebody else. So we've got a 2 to the horn. I'd eased off there as well. I was down to 45. Well, it's a 50-mile-an-hour limit, so you know, preempting idiots like that. But I'd been on him a bit quicker if I'd have been tacked up. So that, I suspect, is the end of the fuckery for today. Well, for now. Do have a roundabout to negotiate. Let's get clear of the roundabout. Ugh, yawning. Hardly surprising. Time now 20 to 8. I've done a day's work. Been out ploughing already. Farmer's work never ends. Truck stop there.
After a quarter of a mile, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A43, towards Oxford.
Well, I think I'll probably be pulling it. I don't know whether to pull in at this one, Cherwell Valley, or I think I probably will. Stop at Cherwell Valley, a couple of minutes. Use the loo and then get on down to Southampton. So yeah. Here we go. Quite a few people going through the red lights here. Like that truck.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A43, towards Oxford.
Seamless. There you go. This was all shut this morning. So anyway, thank you all very much for bearing with me. I know it's been a bit, well, I don't like using the phrase it is, but it is what it is, isn't it? Simple as. But like I say, hopefully we'll return to some form of normality and look forward to the coronation and and general fuckwittery. So till then, God save the King. I nearly said Queen. God save the King.